Hello, welcome. Myself Deepmala Meena, Assistant Professor in Physics, Government College, Kota. Our today's topic is motion under central forces. In this topic, first we will discuss about central forces. What are these forces? And also we will take some equations of motion and motion of particle under central force. So first we will define central force. What is central force? Suppose that a force acting on a particle of mass m has the properties. What are the properties for the force? The force is always directed from m towards or away from a fixed point. Means force may be towards or away. Both type have property, and the magnitude of force only depends on the distance r from O, which is we can say origin. Then forces having these properties are called central forces. Some example of the forces are central electrostatic force and also gravitational force. In mathematical form, we can write Fr equals to Fr plus minus r cube. Here this is the magnitude of the force and this is the unit vector. Plus minus sign defines that it can be attractive or repulsive also. Where r is the position vector of particle and r cap is the unit vector along position vector, and magnitude of central force is Fr. This is central force, this is the magnitude of central force, and this is the unit vector along position vector. Fr is the function of distance r. From this equation we can see Fr is a function of distance r. If direction of Fr is minus r cap, this can, if we take the sign minus r cap, then the force will be attractive, and if the direction of Fr is plus r cap, then force will be repulsive. So the meaning of plus minus sign is repulsive and attractive. Now we will take the motion of particle under central force. What kind of motion and which plane it will move. So mathematically we have written that central force is Fr r cap. Now by vector multiplication of this equation with r. What is the r? R is position vector. So we will take vector multiplication. So we can write r cross Fr equals to r cross Fr r cap. Okay. But we know r cross Fr r cap equals to 0. This term will be 0. So we can write r cross Fr equals to 0, and in this form r cross we can write this Fr as we know F equals to ma. So m, this is acceleration, so we can write d2r upon dt2 equals to 0, or we can write r cross d2r dt2 equals to 0, or we can write this equation in this form d upon dt r cross dr upon dt equals to 0, because if we will open this term we get dr upon dt cross dr upon dt plus r cross d2r upon dt2. As we know dr upon dt cross dr upon dt means if we take v cross v equals to 0, so we can write this term in this form. So from this equation we can say that r cross dr upon dt equals to constant. Means if d upon dt of some vector or some quantity will be 0, then that quantity will be constant, because the differentiation of any constant term will be 0. Let me say this constant is h, where constant h is perpendicular to the plane made by r and dr upon dt vectors. Means this is in the plane perpendicular r position vector dr upon dt velocity. Means the plane made by r and dr upon dt vectors should remain constant. Hence, the motion of particle under central force is always in a plane. So this can be question, what is the motion of particle under central force, or we can say that prove that the motion of particle under central force is always in a plane. Then we will derive this in this type. Now we take equation of motion of particle under central force. What will be the equation? Let we derive. Now let we are having a point P which is having Cartesian coordinates xy and polar coordinates r theta. So we can have the relation between both these type of coordinates, x equals to r cos theta and y equals to r sin theta. Now we know the acceleration of the particle will be a equals to I cap d2 x upon dt2 plus j cap d2 y upon dt2, because we are taking the motion in the two dimensions. So we can say a equals to ax I cap plus ay j cap. We can say this ax and this ay. As we know, x equals to r cos theta and y equals to r sin theta. For finding the value of d2x dt2 and d2y dt2, what we have to do? Firstly, we will differentiate both these equations with respect to t and find dx upon dt, and after that we will again differentiate dx upon dt with respect to t and we get d2x upon dt2. And what will be the value of these after solving? We get d2x upon dt2 equals to d2r upon dt2. Here when we take dx upon dt, then there will be differentiation, first dr upon dt and in second term cos theta and also d theta upon dt. So we will take the differentiation of these equation two times. We get, after solving, we get these two terms which are d2x dt2 equals to d2r upon dt2 minus r d theta upon dt whole square cos theta minus r d2 theta dt2 plus 2 dr upon dt d theta upon dt sin theta. Similarly, for y, d2y dt2 equals to d2r upon dt2 minus r d theta upon dt का whole square sin theta plus r d2 theta dt2 plus 2 dr upon dt d theta upon dt cos theta. Now the values of d2x dash dt2, d2y upon dt2, d2x and d2y. Putting these values in this equation 1, what we get? A equals to, this is the value of d2x dash and it will be multiplied by I cap, and this is the value of d2y dash. So on by putting value and after solving, we can have this term will be common, d2r upon dt2 minus r d theta upon dt square and in bracket I cap cos theta, this term I cap cos theta plus j cap sin theta. This term is common. Similarly, for this we can write this term is here and minus I cap sin theta. This is minus I cap sin theta plus j cap cos theta. But we know A equals to r cap AR plus theta cap A theta, where what is r and what is theta? R cap is unit vector in radial direction and r cap equals to I cap cos theta plus j cap sin theta, and theta cap is unit vector in angular direction which is minus I cap sin theta plus j cap cos theta. On comparing this equation with this, we get this is r cap and this is theta cap, and also this is AR and this is A theta. So comparing both these equations, we get radial acceleration AR equals to d2r upon dt2 minus r d theta upon dt whole square, and angular acceleration A theta equals to r d2 theta dt2 plus 2 dr upon dt d theta upon dt. So we get this r cap equals to this, theta cap equals to this, and radial and angular acceleration will be these equations. Now from Newton's law we know Fr equals to ma. We know by putting the value of a means a equals to r cap ar plus theta cap a theta. Now m equals to d2r dt2 minus r d theta upon dt whole square equals to fr, and m r d2 theta dt2 plus 2 dr d theta upon dt equals to 0. When putting the value of ar and n theta in this equation and comparing both sides, we get that we are comparing r cap equals to fr, but there is no component of theta cap in this side, so we will have this angular, this is our radial acceleration, this is angular acceleration. So radial acceleration equals to fr, the magnitude of the force, but angular acceleration having term 0. Both these equations are called equation of motion of particle under central force. Now for this we will take now law of conservation of angular momentum. Okay, now we are having this equation m r d2 theta dt2 plus 2 dr. This is from this is angular part of the equation, which is this m r d2 theta dt2 plus 2 dr upon dt d theta upon dt equals to 0. Multiplying this equation with r, what we get, m, this term will be r square d2 theta dt2 plus this term will be 2r, here this is 2r dr upon dt d theta upon dt equals to 0. Or we can write this term d upon dt m r square d theta upon dt, because when we open this term we will get this equation. So we can say d upon dt, we can write this term as j equals to mr square d theta upon dt. Then this equation becomes dj upon dt equals to 0, means j equals to mr square d theta upon dt will be constant. So we can say angular momentum of a rotating particle under central forces is constant. So dj upon dt equals to 0 describes the law of conservation of angular momentum. Now from this equation d upon dt, we have taken dj upon dt equals to 0, so we can write d upon dt mr square d theta upon dt equals to 0. Multiplying this equation by 2 upon m, this is 2 upon m, we will multiply this equation, then what we get, d upon dt equals to m will be cancelled, so we can write half r square d theta upon dt equals to 0, or we can say half r square d theta upon dt equals to constant, where half r square d theta upon dt defines aerial velocity of the particle rotating under central force. What is this term? This term is called aerial velocity. Hence we can say aerial velocity remains constant under central forces, because we have proved this here, this aerial velocity is constant. It is equal to the area swept by the position vector in unit time. So we can say the law of conservation of angular momentum describes the invariance of aerial velocity. This is also called Kepler's law. Now according to Kepler, all planets move about sun with constant aerial velocity. From this we can say this, what Kepler has said. Now properties of a particle moving under the influence of center force. We will take in that when particle moves under central force influence, that what type of properties it have. So first, the path of particle must be a plane curve, means it must lie in a plane. Second है, the angular momentum of the particle is conserved, which we have proved in previous slides. And also the particle moves in such a way that the position vector sweeps out equal areas in equal time. In other words, the time rate of change in area is constant, means when a particle moves under the influence central force, then it will have these three properties. First, it will be in plane curve, also angular momentum will be conserved, and aerial velocity is constant. Thank you.